Good day, everybody. September 17, Tuesday morning, we're back, market analytics, following up here on an existing bearish position we have on the euro pound. It's probably a good time to give you a bit of an update here, guys. The journey is rather smooth, I have to say. We're very pleased with the pace that the euro pound is moving downwards in the last week or so. Don't forget, everything started here after we've noticed this really compelling technical situation. Probably one of the strongest technical pictures you can find in the market, right? That was a real no-brainer to get into. We had this lovely head and shoulders pattern right at the top of that upside trend, previous upside move we had here. That was the left shoulder. It's a little bit difficult to see it from the daily chart, but let me assure you, it's right there. It's actually coming from the 4-hour chart. That was the right shoulder. And then we had the breakdown, right? Now the breakdown, guys, was fascinating because it was a strong move, textbook type of breakdown, which also managed to break through 90.68. Now that's a pretty massive support level. Later on, we've seen price kind of flirt around with that level, basically trading sideways in a very, very tight range. But what most importantly, it was retesting the neckline from below, making sure that the neckline had turned into a strong resistance, and that gave us so much confidence to pursue this bearish conviction and this bearish position, right? So guys, we're still here. Basically, we're about to approach a very important technical element, the 200 daily moving average. Looks like we're almost hitting that. Well, at the beginning of the day, we were so close. Now price is slightly pushing upwards. Not sure how the day is going to end, but, the main obstacle right now, 200 daily moving average, has to be overcome, right? It has to be broken. Once price can prove to break the 200 daily moving average here, we will get right back into further increasing this position. On the other hand, if it will fail, if we'll have a contact here and we'll have a failure to break through it, just a bit of a spike there, and price will end up positively, it could actually happen tomorrow or the next day. But if we'll have that type of sign that the 200 daily moving average is a stubborn support right now at this point, so we'll definitely consider to close the position, or at least reduce the exposure and take some profit off the table, as long as we still have it. So guys, we're sliding downwards probably about 200 and something pip. Stop loss level is at 91, and we're waiting for price to break through the 200 daily moving average before we're going to further adjust the stop loss level. All right, that's very important. Now I'm going to give you a bit of a glimpse into the big picture. Right, it's so compelling. The bearish situation here, the bearish setup here, is so massively strong. I mean, we can talk about the fact that price is coming from the upper section. That's a first, right? Second, it actually took the previous highs with that recent high. Take a look. That spike here, very, very tight margin, but it still took the previous highs. So that's a second element. Third, breaking back below 90.68 with a monthly confirmation, guys. That's a very important element here, all right? So that's a third. Fourth, take a look at this month. Pushing against that same 90.68. Just imagine at the beginning of the month, it was actually challenging that level of coming from below, trying to break back up, failing, leaving that suspicious spike, and basically falling apart. So that's a fourth, right? 4 very strong bearish elements that basically make up our whole bearish conviction. All right, so that was a nice recap to give you a little bit about the reasons behind our position here. All right, so guys, yeah, it's gonna be really interesting to follow up on this one. We're gonna do that from up close, and we'll come back to keep you posted. We'll definitely be back. That's about that for this one. We'll see you in the next video. Take care.